Aki Richie, she's going down.
What?
I can just see now she's getting angry. She goes, I'm number 124 out of 128.
Whoa.
I'm 4 from behind.
Yeah.
She just looked at me and said, hey, okay.
This life-changing, earth-shattering moment happens, but life must continue.
Yes, it must continue.
Do you leave Buru?
No.
Okay.
Thank God. We don't leave because God's ways are not our ways. So when we moved to Buru 1989, our dad took a mortgage.
Oh.
And thanks to my mom's dad who supported in giving the collateral, my dad's enyewe, my grandfather also had a very special relationship with my mom. Very, very special relationship with my mom. So your
mom's dad? My
mom's dad.
Okay.
Yes, my mom's dad. So my dad takes a mortgage. We moved to Buru in 1989. It's a 25-year-old mortgage, but the man pays it in 4 years.
What?
Yes. And then he dies.
What? Wow. And you know that's life-changing.
It is.
That's settlement.
Richie, when we grew up, where we grew up, we were not like the other families. These other families, hey, there was an air hostess. They were bougie, proper corporate. Doctories.
Yes.
Proper corporate. My parents are not corporate people.
They are entrepreneurs.
They're entrepreneurs. And not your kind of proper entrepreneurship to the minds of these corporate bougie people.
Yeah, yes.
And look at what God does. First we move. We are the misfits in the physical eye from what, like the job description, what my parents are doing. 2, God enables my parents to finish this mortgage in 4 years.
That is crazy.
And while at it, just so you know, this whole time, my dad is doing fundraisers for people. 2 of my cousins get called to KU to go to uni. My dad does a fundraiser for them. Another friend of ours, I was even getting the tribute that this house we live in, if it was not for your father, my parents will not have bought the house.
Wow.
So generosity galore. Not because they had much. Generosity is from the heart. Yeah.
Wow.
And they also had much.
I mean, finished. That's nothing small.
That's nothing small.
And think about it, not knowing the future, look at the impact that it has had on at least settlement, especially with the tragedy that happened.
Yes. The unforeseen.
Yes.
This thing that nobody had seen.
Okay.
Yeah. So 94, I remember turning 4 now in October. That wasn't a fun birthday.
10.
Sorry, turning 10. Turning 10 in 94. That wasn't a fun birthday, but you know, the neighbors come, we cut cake. My mom does her best. But there's also still some sorrow in our house because, you know, dad was the one who's making us laugh. There was just that spirit of sorrow. Then 95, I go to boarding.
You're out.
Gah, that was a shock.
But hold on, what class are you?
5.
Class 5.
In Molo. I won't say I'm shipped to boarding, but then my dad's elder brother, Fafa, used to work in that school. And my elder sister was in that school and she did very well. And all her daughters and a lot of people a lot of girls in our family from my dad's side went to Mount St. Mary's. So the transition age was either 5 or 7. Now my
class 5 or class 7?
Class 5 or class 7.
Okay.
Now I call him dad. Fafa Monene, my big dad, my dad's elder brother. You know, in Kikuyu, they're all your fathers. So he comes and he tells my mom, you know, don't worry about academics for these kids. Not the fees, but you know, the reviewing, all that. I'll take care of that. Because anyway, that's my profession. God bless that man. You know, God provides. he was there for us. So I moved to this school. It's in Molo. It is 4 hours drive from Nairobi. It is super cold, but then he's there. He's there as a teacher, English teacher and librarian. And that was really nice because now I will see him. But then I remember, we were joking with Grace because my sister also went in class 5. That first night, it was like a horror movie.
Why?
Because you're used to being home.
Oh, this is your first time in Bodi.
This is your first time in Bodi.
And in Baridi, cold.
In Baridi. After Kukula Githeri. Some hard Githeri. It was a sister school. So, discipline was like
Only girls?
Only girls.
Okay.
Class 5,
What's the name of the school?
Mount St. Mary's Molo.
Okay.
Mount St. Mary's Primary School, Molo.
Okay.
So it's a Catholic, there's a Catholic church, the Molo parish is there, then there's a primary school, there's a high school, Marymount for girls, then there's a hospital. So it's a very well-planned Catholic community.
Okay.
My auntie is serving in the church. My uncle is in the school. So they realized another uncle came when I was in class 6 to teach. So there was a bit of familiarity, but then there's grief. 1, I've lost my dad. 2, I've lost my normal pattern. I'm away from home. And it was hard because for the first time now I'm washing my own clothes. I'm doing my own things. I'm losing things. I'm showering with freezing cold water.
In a freezing cold place.
Hey. It was so cold. We used to wear leg warmers, mboshori.
Yes.
You know what a mboshori is?
The thing that covers your face.
The thing that covers your face, your ears.
Yes, yeah.
Then you wake up, you have gloves, your fingers are swollen, sausages, because of cold. It was cold. It was really cold. So visiting them, mom would come. My cousin was there. My cousin Penina was there. So there was a lot of family, honestly. But then you're still sad because you're not used to being away from home. It's a new setup. There was that those emotions going on. So class 5, I didn't enjoy it. Then
and you're not doing well.
I'm not doing well also academically. I remember one visiting day, my mom came. They would stick the performance on the notice board outside the class. So my mom comes and she goes, hey. She's figured 67. Okay. She goes to the other side. 90. She looks at me. Is it that I've missed something? Akirichi, she's going down.
What?
I can just see now she's getting angry. She goes, I'm number 124 out of 128.
Whoa.
I'm 4 from behind.
Yeah.
She just looked at me and said, hey, okay. And now we went now to eat.
Yeah.
Now these visiting days, hey, you eat as much as you can because you're not allowed to keep food.
It's like you're a camel trying to store.
You are eating. Yeah, then you've been visited by many relatives. My uncle used to come and has always been there for us. So really God provided that fatherly support.
Can I ask this question? In retrospect, why do you think you were not doing well in school? Was it that wasn't your thing? Was like what? Because I'm sure you have children, and what do you see when you think about it now? When you look at your life?
One, I'm the kind of person who, if I'm a choleric in a way, so if I don't know something, I shy away from it, and I see it with one of my sons. If I don't know, I shy away, but if I know,
you're all in.
I'm all in. So now class 6. Another uncle comes, joins the school. He's called Mr. Mugo. He used to teach us maths. So teaches us. That school we used to be beaten for failing. Hey, Sana. Whooped.
So you were whooped a lot,
Me, I was whooped. I was just tired. And I've been this child who's never been whooped at home. Hardly whooped.
What?
Literally hardly whooped. Compared to my siblings. Wanajijua. So Mr. Mugo looks at me and tells me, every lunchtime, I want you to eat quick and then you come to the staff room every day.
What?
And we're going to do maths. So I say, fine. So I start.
No, is he your uncle?
Yes, he's my uncle and teacher. He's also our class teacher for maths. So it's a bunch of us, but people don't follow through. Me, I know if I don't follow through,
you're in trouble.
We're in trouble because the report will get home. Yeah. So every lunchtime, I'm coming to the staff room. We're bridging because now he realized I had a huge gap here. And this gap is now from class 1. It's cumulative, because education is a body of knowledge now, which I found out later. We're bridging. So he comes to class and he says, the pass mark for this next exam, because I've really worked with you guys, remember it was class 6, term 2, is 70%. Anyone who doesn't get 70, okay, so we sit for the exam. I used to get 46. Kama nimejaribu sana. If I've really tried, 46% in maths. This one I've really tried. Otherwise it's 34, 32, 28%. Can't even believe I'm saying this. So he gives us the results. I have 68%.
What?
I am so happy. So he says, those who got 70, raise your hands. The rest come to the front of the class. Say, I'm the first one to go with my paper. He says, make a line. What did we agree? Pass mark is 70. You come. You have 68. So I thought he'll give me 2 lashes. I used to do this. 11 strokes.
What?
11 strokes. I screamed, cried until I called him uncle in class. And the car was officially out of the bag.
Uncle, you're killing me.
I'm like, can't you see I've improved? Can't you see we've come from 46? Now we're at 68. Nothing. He whiplashed us. 11 strokes. You see how I remember the details?
Yeah, I can.
Because that was a marker. From there, I never got anything less than 70.
What?
In maths. Till now. That was it. We were done. We were done.
What?
So 2 things happened there. One, he actually proved to me that I can do it. Yeah, because now see, I've come from the 40s to 68. Meaning I just needed 1 mark.
Exactly.
So the thing is out of 50.
Yes,
yeah? Yeah, just 1 mark to get to 70. 2, discipline. If you do something consistently, you're going to bridge the gap and become really good at it. So from that practice that I used to do with him till high school, every hour after lunch, I will run to class and revise by myself.
What?
KCSE, I got 98%.
What?
KCP, I got 98%.
What?
See, you asked me
You
you
hit
are
this
sharp.
story. Liar.
You asked me
I
why
thought
you
were
are
the bloods together.
We were.
Yes.
But then, see, there's the intentionality.
Yes.
And it has really taught me a lot. Discipline is key. You just need to show up.
Yes, that's true.
You don't need to be the brightest
Yes.
person. You just need to know I'm not the brightest, but if I show up, I'll appear with the brightest. That was it. So for me, that was such a transform. He really ceded to my discipline, and that ministration of personalized teaching, first in understanding the gaps, and then in understanding if I continue with this child in class as I am continuing, I'll lose them. Because if you still don't have class 4 concepts and we're in class 6, what's the point?
Okay, there's a lot you've said that I just want us to dwell here, because I'm thinking about a parent who may be hearing this about their child. There's something that you said, education is a block of information.
It's a body of knowledge.
Body of knowledge. Explain, fafanua, explain more what exactly you mean by that. I'm thinking about somebody watching and I don't want that to pass them.
Okay. So education is a block of knowledge. I'll explain it much later in this other project that we did. But it builds on, So concepts are so intertwined. What you learn in class 1 is relevant to your class 2. Because in class 1, you're beginning to learn how to write number 1. Then in class 2, you're being told 1 + 1 is 2. If you never learned how to write 1, how is 2 even relevant? Then class 3, that body grows. 4, it grows systematically all the way to high school, depending on the examining body.
I get it.
But then in the body of knowledge, and if you miss a particular concept in maths, it can affect your ability to learn something in physics.
Ooh, I get it.
Yeah, so for him, he realized that there were gaps. I'm sitting in class 6, but my mathematics is class 4. because
you've not got
of
the
my
foundation.
personality.
Okay.
My personality is I like personalized attention. If you look at me in the eye, I'll give you the world. You know, I will pour myself out. But then we are in a class, there are many things that are happening. The teacher is doing their best to the best of their knowledge and what they have. Yeah. So at times students, people are different.
And you're telling me, I heard you say 128, meaning you're probably, how many streams? 4.
We were 4 streams.
So that's
actually.
still 4 times, that's 30 students in a class.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's actually 4 streams, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that thing that happened in class 6 was now a turning point for me completely.
And let me ask, did it turn it in maths or did it turn it in everything?
It turned it in everything.
So, by the time your mom came to visit you, you were number 128.
124.
124 out of 128, sorry.
Yes, 4 from behind.
4 from behind.
Yeah.
What does that look like in class 7?
In class 7 now I'm in the 40s.
What?
Yeah.
And all that changed for you was the understanding of discipline. I like saying this. People say doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is insanity.
Correct.
While that may be true, it's also wrong.
Yes.
Because doing the same thing over and over again is what brings different results.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So me getting my paper and seeing I've gotten 68 made me realize, I can actually pass.
Wow.
I can actually become like my sister. See,
I'm not stupid.
My sister is number 2. My brother is acing. He's uko kwanza in the newspaper. He's just acing. This guy is a sharp. By just learning. For me, I can't just do what they're doing. I need to do something extra. I have to put in some personalized time for me to study.
But what does this then mean for your social life? So lunch would, like, I just want to be practical.
Yes.
I'm also cognizant there's a lot of young people who watch this.
Yes.
So lunch would end.
Yes.
You would go then to read.
Yes. Lunch will end and I will just like a robot go to read. I'll play at 4. I played at 10.
This is a choice you have made on your own.
Yes.
Did you have a vision for the future? Did you look and say, I want to be... Actually, did you even know what you want? Had you started dreaming?
I had. All I knew is I wanted to be mentioned in assembly like my sister and brother. Because these are my relatives. These are not people that I hear of. We live in the same house. And I can see the joy.
On your parents' face?
Leave even my parents. On their faces.
Oh.
Leave my parents. So I'm saying if they are able to do it, and I know these guys are also jokers, Kiasi, we play a lot at home. If they can do it, I can also do it. But then I can't do the same thing that they're doing because they're naturally gifted. They'll hear it once and understand.
Yeah.
For me, I won't hear it once because I already have a gap. So I need to bridge that gap and then I need to build consistency. But then this school, people used to study so much. Richie, guys used to wake up at 4 to go to class. And it is cold. It is cold in Molo.
Wow.
Guys used to wake up at 4 to go to class. So I'll be like, since I can't make 4 a.m.
Kuna limit.
Lunchtime. But then now with time, class 7, I started becoming the 4 a.m. student. Because now I was like, okay, you know, the kind of high school also I go to has, I get to sit on the driver's seat here. And for sure, the one thing I knew is I didn't want to go to the sister school next door. Who wants to be in school and you can't even eat a slice of bread? So now I'm beginning to see the decisions that I make right now have an impact.
Wow.
Yeah. So I knew it's a sacrifice, it's a prize, and I can't even tell you someone taught me. It must be
in you.
Something that God put in me.
I've not heard you, and this is the thing that I keep saying. I'm trying to figure out your social life.
Yes.
I'm not hearing you mentioning social life at all.
I had friends.
Or at this?
Yes. I had, okay. My best friend was Anwairimo Mwangi in Primo. We were so tight. But I'm also a very personal person.
You don't need many pals.
I don't need many pals. I say if you have more than those best friends, check yourself. I can fill the room with with people for a party, but you know the people who know your life, your intricacies.
Yes.
Those ones
You go
need
deep.
You need to. I go deep. I go deep. So Anne was my good friend.
This is in Molo?
This is in Molo.
Okay.
Yeah, there was also another chick called Lucia Chebet. She was my very good friend. We moved to high school together.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a couple. My cousin Penina was my good friend. I also had another cousin called Nancy Mora, was my good friend. But then I also had friends outside of my class. I had friends who were much older than me. Yeah, even in high school, for some reason, I just had people who were older and normal people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I want us to transition then into high school. So you do really well. How do you do for KCP? Because yours was KCP.
Yes, ours was KCP. I did well in KCP. First index number, I did well. I would think I was index 30 something, which was it was an answer to prayer for me.
Wow.
Yeah, coming from 124. KCP, I got 547.
What?
That was such a beautiful surprise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's an A minus equivalent.
Yes.
Yeah. High school, I get called to the school that I didn't want to go to.
Which is next door?
Yes, called Marymount.
Yes. Okay. I always telling me we need to cut.
Yeah.
We'll be back. I'm like, why is she quiet?